Imagine a world ruled from a single magnificent city, Rome. For centuries its legions marched across continents, shaping the lives of millions from Britannia to Mesopotamia. Rome's emperors, both wise and ruthless, commanded a vast territory and left a legacy that still shapes our world. The ideas, laws and engineering marvels born in Rome's forums defined an era and echo through history. This is the epic story of Rome, its rise from a humble settlement on the Tiber, its transformation into a republic, and its expansion into an empire. We'll witness the ambition, conquest and innovation that built Rome, and the internal strife that led to its fall. Rome's decline was not sudden, but a slow unraveling. Corruption, invasions, economic crises and political chaos all played their part. By tracing Rome's journey from foundation to collapse, we uncover lessons about power, legacy, and the forces that shape civilizations. The Roman Empire may have crumbled, but its story and its influence endure in our laws, languages, and architecture. Join us as we explore the immortal saga of Rome, the empire that forged a world. Rome's story begins in legend with twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, descended from the gods and saved by a she-wolf. Raised by a shepherd, the twins grew into leaders, reclaiming their birthright and dreaming of a new city. Their ambition led them to the Seven Hills, where a bitter rivalry erupted over the city's founding. Seeking omens, the brothers quarreled. Romulus, claiming divine favor, killed Remus in a tragic act of fratricide. Romulus became Rome's first king, founding the city in 753 BCE, a haven for outcasts and the ambitious. He established Rome's earliest institutions, the first legions and a council of elders, the Senate. The city's mythic origins, marked by resilience, ambition, and blood, set the tone for centuries of Roman history. Rome's foundation was a blend of legend and pragmatism, drawing strength from both wild beginnings and structured governance. The Senate, born in these early days, would become the backbone of Roman politics. From a collection of huts, Rome began its ascent to greatness. The legacy of the she-wolf's sons would echo through every triumph and tragedy to come. For over 2 centuries, Rome was ruled by kings, some Roman, some foreign, who built temples, forums, and traditions. The last king, Tarquin the Proud, ruled with cruelty and arrogance, alienating the people and Senate. The tipping point came when Tarquin's son committed a terrible crime against Lucretia, a noblewoman. Her tragic death sparked outrage. Lucius Junius Brutus led a revolt, vowing never again to suffer a tyrant. The Romans expelled the Tarquins in 509 BCE, swearing off kings forever. In place of monarchy, they created a republic, a government of shared power and checks against tyranny. The word king became a curse in Rome, a reminder of the dangers of absolute rule. The republic's founding was born from pain and a fierce desire for liberty. The memory of Lucretia's sacrifice and Tarquin's cruelty would haunt Roman politics for generations. Thus began the era of the Roman Republic, where power belonged to the people and their Senate. The Roman Republic was a bold experiment in shared power. 2 consuls, elected annually, led the state, each able to veto the other, preventing tyranny. The Senate, composed of Rome's elite, advised on policy, controlled finances, and shaped foreign affairs. But Rome was divided. Patricians held power, while plebeians, the common people, fought for rights. The struggle between classes, known as the conflict of the orders, defined early republican politics. Plebeians used their military importance to demand reforms, eventually winning their own representatives, the tribunes of the plebs. The 12 tables codified Roman law, making justice more transparent. Over time, plebeians gained access to high office, making the republic more inclusive and resilient. This hard-won unity gave Rome the strength to look beyond its borders. The republic, forged in conflict and compromise, was now ready to expand. Rome's next chapter, the conquest of Italy. With its political system solidified, Rome set out to conquer the Italian peninsula. Over nearly 2 centuries, Rome fought Etruscans, Samnites, and Greek city-states, testing its military might. The Roman legion, flexible and disciplined, outmatched enemy phalanxes on Italy's varied terrain. Rome's genius lay in integration. Conquered peoples became allies, supplying soldiers and sharing in Rome's success. Roads like the Via Appia bound the peninsula, allowing legions to move swiftly and maintain control. The greatest challenge came from the south, where King Pyrrhus of Epirus, hired by Tarentum, brought war elephants and won costly battles. Pyrrhus's Pyrrhic victories could not break Roman resolve. He withdrew, leaving Rome dominant. By 264 BCE, Rome controlled all of Italy south of the Po Valley. This unification gave Rome vast resources and a powerful army. No longer just a city-state, Rome was now the master of Italy. With Italy secure, Rome's ambitions turned to the wider Mediterranean. A new rival awaited across the sea, Carthage. As Rome grew, it faced Carthage, a naval superpower in modern-day Tunisia. Their rivalry defined the western Mediterranean. The Punic Wars began over Sicily. The First Punic War was a naval conflict. Rome, new to naval warfare, copied Carthaginian ships and invented the corvus, turning sea battles into land battles. Rome won, gaining Sicily. But the peace was fragile. Carthage, humiliated, sought revenge through Hannibal Barca, who aimed to bring Rome to its knees. In 218 BCE, Hannibal Barca initiated the Second Punic War with a daring invasion of Italy. He marched from Spain with war elephants across the Alps, a decision deemed insane. Descending into the Po Valley, Hannibal surprised the Romans. He inflicted crushing defeats, sending shockwaves through the Republic. Fear gripped Rome. The Romans appointed a dictator, Quintus Fabius Maximus, who adopted a strategy of avoidance. At Cannae, Hannibal executed a masterful encirclement, resulting in a horrific slaughter. Despite this catastrophe, Rome refused to surrender. Rome's expansion brought wealth, but also internal strains. Long campaigns ruined citizen farmers, while wealthy aristocrats created vast, slave-powered estates. Displaced citizens flocked to Rome, creating a volatile, landless urban poor. This fueled social and political conflict. Figures like the Gracchi brothers emerged, attempting land reform. Both were assassinated, marking a dark turning point. Military reforms by Gaius Marius created professional soldiers loyal to generals, a development that would prove fatal to the Republic. Generals like Marius and Sulla fought brutal civil wars. This paved the way for Julius Caesar to bring